After a 13-hour drive, we made it to the Bighorn Mountains, where we're going to spend our first night on our 5-night trip, disperse camping up in here. So all you need to do is drive off the road about a mile and then go into the woods a little bit, and you can disperse camp anywhere. You can just kind of set up your tent and do that. They allow it up here in the Bighorns. So that's what me and my buddy did. So we started out. I got the abode set up behind me there, which is pretty nice. He's got a tent a little bit over more closer to the car, which is right by the road that we drove in on here. And we're going to just sit back, relax after our long drive, and chill and talk about the trip ahead, which is going to be a big trip. After our night here in the Bighorns is actually going to be at Yellowstone National Park and their Bridge Bay Campground. From there, we're actually going to rent a boat to bring our kayaks and our canoe all the way out in Lake Yellowstone, where we can then camp, kayak in, and camp in some of their backpack sites there for another additional 2 nights, switching the spots up. And then we come back to Bridge Bay, we enjoy a little bit of rest, a little bit of leisure, and we head home. It'll be 5 nights out here, all out in the woods, all going from one destination to the next. This is one of the benefits of car camping, I'll tell you that. Yellowstone National Park at the Bridge Bay Campgrounds. We're setting up. It looks like at Bridge Bay in the upper campground area, that's the only spot where you could actually probably get a good kayaking. I think the lower area is in like open field. We were lucky enough to get a spot in the upper area, as they call it. Has a lot more trees, a lot more tree coverage, plenty of spots for hammocks if you get the right sites. But it's honestly a gamble here, whether or not you'll get one of the sites. They just randomly assign them. So, kind of lucked out for this time. Gonna have ourselves a nice, good old turkey dinner, and then we're gonna prep and we're gonna get up early. Get on our boat, get out in the middle of the lake. Should be a good time. Even this time of year, early June, it is. Campground's full. All the spots are packed. Ton of people. It is a busy park for sure. There's definitely a lot of wildlife, a lot of bison, a lot of elk. It is an early day.
can hear and look. Stay close to the shore, take it easy, and I'm going to tinkle before I go.
That's a good idea. Ready? Feet, are your feet good?
Feet things are good.
Ready?
Yeah.
James, ready?
Slowly. Yeah, I will. Just got dropped off, loaded in. We're heading down to our far campsite. Looks like they're on their way behind us, so that's good. We got one canoe and 2 kayaks. There's the other kayak. We are out here. Very pretty. We're gonna try to book it to our place before the waves get any worse, and we'll make our way there. The rain's coming in, as always. Always fighting the rain. Buoy that you can see kind of right there. Only a hand-propelled craft is allowed this far back on Yellowstone Lake. So in the zone that we're in, you can only go 5 miles an hour. So we're a little tired. The rain's coming and going. The wind is definitely coming and going. It is strong out here. I'm drifting back right now, even now that I'm just stopped. But our campsite is hopefully just right up over there on that bend. We already passed one back there a little bit, but still got a little ways to go. We're feeling it. The wind, the cold, the rain, it's all fighting against us right now, so we're just trying to get to camp and get set up, maybe get warm a little bit. Whew. Those are some dangerous waves back there. Got into camp, we started a little fire, had lunch, everybody kind of set up their stuff. I'm kind of still picking away at mine. but it's drizzling on and off today, so I think everybody's gonna take some naps, stay inside, stay huddled up. The mosquitoes, I don't know if you can see, but they're absolutely terrible. There are a lot of mosquitoes out here. It's a really long, hard paddle to get out here. The winds did not help at all, but we're here. We might do some fishing later tonight, this evening, or might save that fishing for tomorrow. It is quite the view, though. Quite the view. So we're kind of making a hasty pack up and retreat this morning at our campsite. We had a bear come into camp in the early hours of the morning, so everybody's just kind of packing up. He came right down this trail behind me all the way here, and you can see we have our canoes and kayaks there. And looking at the trail, he came right in on this trail, and there is our camp with everyone, and we were tented back over there. I got up in the morning, got out from underneath the tarp, and I saw movement, and I thought somebody was going to the bathroom or something. And then when I came out from this little clearing right here, huge grizzly bear. So I started making noise, waking everyone up. Now we're on our way out. Hopefully we don't see it again.
Bye, bear. It's behind you guys. No, I would take it. I thought you were calling it. Remember the buckle you were left.
We're spending the morning after our little bear scare. We all jumped in the watercraft without our breakfast, so we're a little hungry, but we're gonna spend the morning slowly fishing, making our way down to our campsite, down on a couple miles up. The wind is definitely with us today and actually very light. It's very nice out here. The southeast arm part of Yellowstone is Fantastic looking. We're getting a lot of good fish. A lot of nice cutthroat. That's good. It's good fishing. Just look at the background. Chumps. Oh man. Woo! Fish on. I told you, this was my spot. Oh. Ah. First fish of the trip. The water is ice cold. Great cast. Oh, that's two. Nope, cutthroat. Nice cutthroat.
We could even throw this one over there.
Throw this up here.
Just temporarily, because we're probably going to
Yeah, you're limiting me here, here, and here.
Oh, brutal. I think. Made it to our next site. Got ourselves a little breakfast. It was the first food we've had in a long time since last night, because we just kind of packed up and got out of there with that bear. This is our last night in the backcountry. A little scared on this site too, because there's some similar signs to the previous site where the fire pit looks like it's been clawed out and dug out. So the previous people have, poured bacon grease or whatever in it, and bears come through and they just tear apart the fire pit getting at it. So that's not a reassuring sign for tonight, but we thought about it and we decided we're going to stay out here one more night. There is a shuttle service that has to pick us up, so we decided not to call them. Figured we could make it do. It's sunny. 70 degrees here, it's a lot nicer. This site's not that good of a site for hammocks and also for tents. There's a lot of difficulty finding a good spot to put a tent down that's far enough away from like the fire pit and the bear pole. So what we've decided we're gonna do, we're gonna put our tents down kind of in this main area. All the ground around us is like a marsh, and it's just, there's no good spot to set a tent down, and there's a lot of, you know, downfall here everywhere. So